Hey guys, this is Corey from Akai, and today we're going to do a quick unboxing and setup of the brand new MPC X. As you can see, the box is pretty big. This is about the size of the actual MPC X, but there's a lot of other stuff inside that we want to make sure you guys find, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's open it up. Alright guys, so we got the box open. First thing you'll probably notice is this poster that goes over some of the features, some of the functions, will help you get started. It's not the quick start guide, but it's a quick overview. So I'm going to put that off to the side for now. And then immediately under that, you'll find a bag. So this has got your USB cable. This is a USB 3 cable. You can tell because it's blue. And the B side right there, it's got that little nub on it. So this is a USB 3 cable. Use this with your MPC X. You're gonna get the best transfer speeds and the best performance when you're using the USB 3 cable when you're using with the MPC 2.0 software. So remember this, don't lose that. Next in here, there's a couple more goodies. We've got, this is a screen protector. So this sits right over the screen when you're not using it, keeps it protected. It's got a strap here, so it just kind of slides on. Also in here, to help you keep track of the screen, we've got a screen wipe right here, just standard cleaning cloth. Help keep it lint free. We've got some mounting screws for SATA drive if you choose to put that in there. Don't lose those. And we've got download cards. Basically, this is what tells you to go to the Akai Pro website to download the software. Basically, you're just going to register it and everything you need to use the software, all the additional software that comes with it, all the sounds and samples that aren't already loaded onto the MPC X. This is where you're going to find them. So don't lose track of this card, but really just go to akaipro.com/MPC download and you'll find all the software you need. And then of course we've got safety and warranty manual, and finally a printed quick start guide. So this is good. If you have any quick questions, this is probably the place to go. So you'll also notice power supplies right in here. Before you get to that, let's take out this piece of cardboard, and you'll notice there's a hidden IEC cable right in here. It is a special Clover 3-prong IEC cable, and it's tucked away safely in here, so be careful not to throw out this piece of cardboard without grabbing the IEC cable. And now we're ready to make sure you grab the power supply in the side. Don't throw out the foam without getting this power supply. It's tucked in a little shelf here. And that's it. There it is. So combine this with the IEC cable. We'll do that in a second and plug it in. Now it's time to take the MPC X out. And there it is, your MPC X in all its glory. Let me get this plastic out of the way and then we'll get it plugged in and get started. Alright guys, so before we get set up, I got two speakers here that we're going to plug it into. But before we go any further, let's take a look at the back and the front so you know what kind of inputs and outputs you're working with. So of course we have the two mic XLR/TRS inputs over here. This is inputs 1 and 2 that connect with inputs 1 and 2. You'll see them in the top right. Here are the gain knobs right here. And then there's inputs 3 and 4, which come with, you could use either TRS cables here on the TRS jacks or RCA cables. Now you use one or the other, not both at the same time. And the RCA inputs are phono and line switchable. So if you got a phono turntable, make sure you use the phono input right here. And if it's a line out on your turntable, switch it to line. Make sure you're not plugging a line level device in while it's set to phono. That would be very bad. You get a lot of distortion and noise. It won't sound good. And so then you've got 8 outputs right here. Obviously the main ones are highlighted, outputs 1 and 2, but then 6 more that you can use for external processing, separating kick drums from hi-hats from snares, whatever you got, you want to separate it and send it out a separate output for different processing. That's what these can be used for. Next, you've got 4 MIDI outputs, 2 MIDI inputs. Should cover pretty much all you need for a basic home studio setup or small studio. And then there's 8 CV gate outputs and 2 USB ports to connect USB flash drives or hard drives, a USB port for connecting to your computer. This is a USB 3 port, so make sure to connect it to a USB 3 port on your computer for the best results. And finally, power input, power button, and a lock for the power supply cable. So I would use this if you're going to just sit it on your desk and it's not going to move. Make sure to lock down that power supply in case anybody trips over it. All right, let's check out the front. So on the front, we've got an SD card input right here, 2 foot switch inputs. We've got 2 instrument inputs for you know, a guitar or bass, and then we've got a mix knob. What this is going to do is it's going to mix the signal in your headphones so you can hear either the main output when it's set all the way to main, outputs 3 and 4, maybe you've got a separate mix going there, or anywhere in between, so you can blend them if it's set in the middle. Finally, you have the headphone outputs right here, an 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch. They're going to get the same signal, and a volume pot for both of those. Cool, so now let's get it set up. So the first thing you want to do when you set up is probably connect the power supply, and there are 2 parts. You've got the IEC cable and you've got the actual power supply. They're going to be separate in the box as we saw earlier, so make sure that you get both of these. And obviously they'll fit together just like that. Plug this in into the MPC X, plug this part into the wall. So as you can see, I also have 2 speakers here ready to be set up so we can hear the MPC X. Make sure that you make all connections before you start turning anything on. So I'm going to plug these speakers in before I turn the MPC X on, and then I'll turn the speakers on once that's set up. That's going to ensure that we don't get any noise or pops, anything that might harm the speakers when we start powering stuff on. All right, so I've got the 2 speakers connected to the main outputs right behind the display there, left and right. I'm going to turn on the MPC X now. And now, while the MPC X is on, I can turn on the speakers. Cool. So now the first screen that you're going to see when you turn on the MPC X is the demo and empty project screen. Basically, you can choose from any demo project, or you can set up your own empty project. You can change the screen later on so that you don't see it on startup, but for now, the first thing most people are going to do is probably get started with the demo project. It's the easiest way to get up and running and get sound out of the MPC X without any hassle at all. It's really just select a project and get going. So let me show you real quick. So let's select a pop track. So we need a little bit more volume on that. And that's about it. I barely did anything there. I hit a few buttons, turned up the volume, and we've got sound. Hit play, it's gonna play a demo project. If you're into learning about the MPC X and how it works, if you've never used an MPC before, I highly recommend starting with the demo project and getting to know how the projects fit together before starting on your own. But of course, at any time, if you want to try it out, find an empty project and just have some fun with it. All right, so just to finish up, as you probably know, the MPC X is completely standalone. So we're not going to go over any registration or software authorization stuff in this video. Most of us will just grab the MPC X out of the box and use it for 2 weeks without even thinking about the MPC software anyways. If you are interested in authorizing MPC 2.0, check out the video up here in the corner, and that will walk you through the entire process, registering the MPC, downloading the software, authorizing it. And if you're interested in any of the features, if you have any questions, please leave us comments in the comment section below, and we'll come back with more videos to answer your questions and answer some questions in the comment section anyway. Also check the video description for more links to other articles and guides and all sorts of other stuff that will help you get started with the MPC X. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.